Hey everyone, Ed here for Upper Cali Marketing, and it's Tuesday, so I've got some Tuesday tips for you. So today it's coming from the Harvard Business Review, and I'm going to talk about the 5 different phases of business. I believe it's very important to know what phase of business that you're in. If you don't, then you might be making some mistakes. So let's go through these one by one. Now, I do have some notes, so bear with me if you see me looking down because I don't have a photographic memory and I'm not using a teleprompter. So here we go. And again, thanks to Harvard Business Review for making this information public. All right, phase 1 of 5, existence. This is just the birth of your business. This is when you don't have any clients. You probably don't have any employees yet. You may have a business partner, but you're just getting it up and running. You're creating a lot of things. You're creating your processes, your systems, your brands, everything that you need to be doing, you're doing. Except, are you focusing on your sales funnel? What's your strategy for sales? That's the most important part when you're starting off. It's disciplining your time so that you understand that you have to work on your sales funnel way more than you do anything else. Why? Because if you don't have customers, the rest doesn't matter. So work on your sales funnel first. And for those of you that are really new to business and you don't know what a sales funnel is, a sales funnel is a virtual funnel. It's not a physical funnel where you are getting leads to go into the top, and then you have different mechanisms along the way that eliminate them or put them in different buckets so that at the bottom you get customers that really want to work with you or new clients. Those are the ones that you want. The ones that are going to be most likely to say yes because they've already gone through your process. Again, time discipline is essential at this point, and make sure that you have your marketing on point so that those funnels are staying full. All right, let's move on to phase number 2, survival. What does this mean? It means exactly what it says. You're just trying to survive at this point. You got through the emotions and the rush of, hey, I just opened up something new. Now I'm surviving to keep this thing going. At this point, most businesses are still a solopreneur. Again, maybe you have a partner in this, maybe you don't, but even when you have a partner, it's usually one person that's kind of running the business, and then one person that's doing the finances or something else on the backside that's really not involved in the day-to-day. So if you're that person at the survival, the one thing that I would tell you to focus on at this point, because I've made these mistakes, lead generation and automating it. In the beginning, everything's happening so fast and you're just trying to get to that point to where you're like, okay, I'm past the adrenaline, I'm past the emotions. And now I'm surviving. Isn't that great? You get to survive. So focus on time management and automating your marketing. This is also a point in time where you want to start looking at what's the 20% of your day from the time that you get up, from the time that you go to bed, that really moves the bar in your life. I'm talking about your business and your personal life, because we both know they're connected on every single level. If you have a bad day of business, you'll probably have a bad day at home, and vice versa. That's just human nature. So try to focus on just the 20% out of your whole day that's going to make the bar move for you, and work on that. The other 80%, find somebody else to do it for you. Now, I know that labor stateside can be very expensive, but there's tons of options out there to have a virtual assistant that can do a lot of the repetitive, easy tasks daily so that you don't need to. Like, for instance, you can get somebody out of the Philippines or India or Venezuela, and they'll do your social media, or they'll make calls for you, sales calls for you, actual sales calls for you. You just have to give them a script, and then they can set up the appointments for you to deal with later on. All right, so that's step number 2, which is survival. Let me go back to step number 2. One more thing. This is a point in time where you have to stop procrastinating. You have to be super actionable at this point. If you're procrastinating on any of the vitals that you need to get done, you're screwed. You got to put the time in at this point in time. All right, number 3. You have made it past a survival point, and now you are successful. Now, what does it mean to be successful? It means that you have consistent clients. It means that you're profitable. It means that you have a team. It means that you have programs and systems that are working. It also means that you really need to be focusing on continual hiring. And you're at the point now where you should be able to hire your first manager to start helping you with some of the higher level decisions. Start to understand what structure and scale is versus hustle and grind. And hey, you're going to make it to number 4, which is takeoff mode. Now, what is takeoff mode? Now, takeoff mode for me means that if you have a small business that you're doing more than $1 million a year in annual gross business, not profits, but just in annual growth. And what you can do at this point is you should be very profitable. You should be able to hire a core management team, and you should be more or less removed from the day-to-day at this point and really looking at it from a helicopter point of view and saying, what can I do strategically to get myself to the next level? Now, again, this is where you want to start looking at top level hires for your management positions, because as you get removed, you have to get better and better talent in there that's going to be able to run the company the way that you want it to be ran, the best way possible. So make sure that you're hiring the right people at this point. Super, super important. And that takes us on to the last step, which is maturity. Now, what is maturity? Well, once you get to the point of maturity, not only are you removed from the business physically, but you're financially and operationally, you're no longer really a part of the business. The business is mature at this point, and your job is more about looking at it and saying, all right, are the profits being controlled properly? Is the management expanding properly in the way that you've told them to? Are your systems and processes being refined to the point that reflects the maturation of your business? So that's steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, which one are you in? Now, if you have any questions on what you should be focusing on or what you should be doing, regardless of what stage of business that you're at, email me or call me or shoot me a message here on YouTube. I respond to everything. You can reach me via email at info@uppercali.com. That's UPPERCALI.com. Or you can call me 408-896-4854. Or like I said, just leave a message here on YouTube. Okay, those are the 5 steps. This is Ed from Upper Cali. I really hope that you guys got a bunch of value out of this, and see you next time. Bye, everyone.